Yo, what's going on with y'all, man? Well, it's the first episode of the podcast, CRASHOUT Angels. So today we're gonna do things a little different for the first time, I'm gonna introduce myself. Y'all can get to know me better, As time get to progress, we gonna, things are gonna be done differently, things are gonna change, y'all gonna see new people. Bear with me, right? So, first, I'm going to tell you about myself. My name is Montrell, right? I'm 37. Born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I have an 18-year-old daughter named Rihanna. She'll be 19 in September. I have my son, Kyriel. He passed away next month, August 24th. It'll be 3 years he been gone. If he was alive, he'll be 16. He passed when he was 13 from an asthma attack in this house. Then I have an 11-year-old named Mariah. She'll be 12 in November. And then I have a 10-year-old son, Avion. He'll be 11 in December. Let's see. What made me want to do this podcast? Well, what made me want to kind of do this is I was going through a lot as far as like losing my son. And, I stayed in bed. I wouldn't get out of bed. I wouldn't do a lot of things, man. I was depressed. I was using drugs at that point. And, I was so distraught because of my son. And one thing we're going to talk about is grief, right? If you don't have the right people around you, when you lose a loved one, it's going to be a long journey. And that's why it's always right. It's always good to have the right people around you. If they ain't to your liking and they ain't positive and they don't do you how you do them, man, get them out your life, man. Man, we don't need that. We don't need that. We ain't doing none of that. We reputables. We ain't got no smut on our names. We ain't judging nobody. We don't care about what you did last week. We don't care about none of that, man. Today a new day. And that's why I did this. I wanted to start this podcast too. Hey, nobody bigger than the program, right? And I don't gatekeep or none of that. And I was in different Facebook groups, and they was, people would see my stuff going viral, and they'd kick me out the group. And I used to always wonder, like, dang, why would they do that? Hey, we don't know why people do a lot of stuff, but they do it, right? But the page is called, the podcast is going to be called